everyone. I'm Larry Ridley. Welcome to the NFL on EA Sports. Happy holidays. Merry Christmas, everybody. Today's matchup features two teams eager to come away with a late season win. It's the Giants going up against the Thunderbirds. So, with the call of this Week 16 matchup, let's hand it over to our commentators, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Thank you very much, Larry. EA Sports coverage of the NFL, the National Football League, is here and on the air. Today, it's the penultimate week of the regular season, Week 16, and we've got a good one in store between the New York Giants and the Toronto Thunderbirds. And they'll run it here. And he's going to be stopped here on this first play as he gets it to the line of scrimmage and no more. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down. And the offense behind the chains here a touch on 2nd and 11. He'll look to throw. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up third down. And the big boys up front in the trenches. What do you think of the O-line, Charles?
I love them because this is a group that's so cohesive. They know what the man next to them is going to do at all times, and they operate as a terrific unit.
Little trouble thus far on their opening drive as they come up on a 3rd and 11. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. He's going to let this one go deep. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down. And on now is the punter. He'll kick it away after a 3 and out on the opening drive of the game. It's taken to the 26. Nice job bringing that one back. 14 on the return. And it'll be Giant football, 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to take this one up only to about the 44-yard line. And give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. And the Buffet boys, the O-line, hopefully they're ready today.
Listen, you got to feed them first. But if you do, you usually get a great product out on the field. And when they play well, the quarterback can't wait to feed them afterwards.
2nd down following the run. And they'll go ground game here with a tailback. And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down.
The evaluation process in today's NFL does not take into account as much bulk as it does speed, and that's what we're seeing with the linebacker position. Those guys that can run, they can play at any spot because they can make plays on the opposite side of the line of scrimmage.
They'll drop to throw. And he fires one that's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And they'll set up shop right near midfield at the 49-yard line. Out comes this offensive unit as they get set to take over here. And on the first drive, 3 and out. And I know that these are professional athletes, but I would imagine sometimes you get the nerves at the beginning of a game still, don't you?
Those don't ever go away. And typically, what I've heard from guys and what I remember from playing, if you don't have nerves at the start of a game, it's not going to be a great day for you. You're not really ready to play. So finding a way to harness those nerves and not let them affect you in a negative way, that's what all the guys are looking for.
And he is going to lose yardage here. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down.
And frankly, Brandon, we're talking about things I'm not sure we ever thought we'd talk about in the NFL, and a lot of that is the speed at the linebacker position. A lot of these guys in college, they were safeties. They moved them up to outside linebacker to combat the spread offenses, and now we're seeing it in the NFL. Those same guys using their speed to make plays in the backfield, similar to that one. I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
And now they're going to get him down right at the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down. And the offense there, the O-line, everybody really on offense, they were just manhandled at the point of attack.
Yeah, you could pretty much call them all out, couldn't you? Almost by name, right? That was a very tough sequence for the offensive line. But how about that defensive front? Creating a new line of scrimmage and creating a loss.
He rifles one that's intercepted. Now the ball comes loose.
The psychology of the game never ceases to amaze me because you would think there would never be a fumble from what we hear from coaches all the time, right?
And how much they practice not fumbling.
Practice it, preach it, talk about it all the time. You would think no one would ever turn it over. Yet they are humans out there running around, and we just saw another one.
Opportunistic by the defense. And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. It's a good gain of 11, sets him up first and goal. So the run gets them the first, and now they operate with a fresh set of downs. They come out here in the I. And they'll go on the ground. He pushes forward for maybe 3 down to the 6-yard line. And quickly the starting 11 now for the New York defense.
Eric Armstead was a big-time high school basketball player turned into college football All-American. Now they're counting on him in the NFL to fulfill his promise.
They'll lose a yard, and it brings up 3rd.
Not only was that a terrific play, but that loss of yardage they created this close to their own goal line, that gives them a little breathing room now as they move them back.
And they're breathing fire a little bit right now, aren't they?
A lot of confidence being shown by them at this.
And he fires one that's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. And New York set to take the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again.
And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. A big play there with touchdown number 20 on the year. And the Giants are going to take a first-quarter lead. It's up, it's good, and the Giants have a 7-0 lead. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line. And now back out comes the offense. And 2 interceptions already here in this first half. That's got to affect him a little bit, right? He's got to be thinking about it.
He's got to be thinking about it, but most of the good ones, they find a way to put it aside. They're not happy about it by any stretch of the imagination. They find a way to put it aside and continue to play their game.
Can he put it aside? Let's find out. They go back to the air here after the INT. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
It's a tried and true formula, and I don't think it'll change for as long as we play football. If someone's trying to throw the ball and you can put pressure on them and make it tough, that's only going to help your defense.
Yeah, he sensed being hurried. He got rid of it before taking the hit, but incomplete.
Flex round! Bang, bang! Bang, bang! Come on, let's run!
A handoff as they run the counter play. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down.
All right, partner, despite my eating habits, I'm not big enough to play offensive tackle, nor am I quick enough. But with the defensive ends nowadays and their speed, those guys have to be able to punch and dance, and it's a tough job to contain them.
Now back to throw. And incomplete here to bring up 4th down as the rookie couldn't haul it in.
We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is, that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. And a great job here. This is going to turn out to be a beauty. This is marked down at about the 3-yard line. And New York set to take the field. And following that long touchdown pass, a one-play drive last time, to see if the defense, you know they're ready. They don't want that to happen again.
And you would have thought they would have been ready the last time. That's what you work on all the time. Make sure that no one gets behind you. That's the cardinal sin of defense, not giving up the long pass. They did. Let's see how they adjust.
And he finds a man on the crossing route. Good use of the pass there to pick up the 1st down against a defensive look that they had specifically prepared for, they told us, coming into this one.
Certainly seems like they're holding all the right cards now, doesn't it? Because of their preparation. Went back, watched the tape, studied the tendencies, and they feel like they had them down cold, and they were able to use the pass against them.
That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
The defense won that play so fast that I think if the running back even had time to notice if anyone was there, it was just a blink of an eye, and there was a loss on the play.
And he'll take it forward for about 5 up to the 28-yard line.
On a 2nd and long, it's really nice to see an offense that has enough confidence to run the football in that situation. I think that goes back to their practice and game planning. They've seen things that they've seen on tape and in previous games that led them to believe that even in a long-distance situation, they can still run the football and gain enough yardage to put themselves in a good spot on 3rd down.
Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, and it's the Giants with a football here as we begin quarter number 2. And they're on the move here. They've got it 1st and 10. They'll put 2 receivers left, 2 to the right. Looking to throw, and he slings one that's incomplete. He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
Oh, man, for him to be that wide open and drop it. Sometimes you have just too much time on your hands, right? You end up thinking way too much, and your hands get shaky.
And yes, he's a tight end, but that's a catch he should have made. And that's incomplete.
Well, no second guessing the call here. It was 3rd and long, so throwing the football was probably the smart play to try and pick it up. But they don't get it, and now the defense goes off the field feeling pretty good about themselves, gaining some momentum as they force them into a likely punting situation.
And whistle blown. A timeout here is taken, and it's taken by the kicking team. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. This is away and a very good kick angled for the sidelines. And this one will not be returnable as it sails out of bounds. Now this offensive unit ready to see what they can do here. And 3 and out on the last drive. No points on the scoreboard. Little soul-searching now?
I would say so, and they need to help out their defense a little bit. They've had to be on the field a lot more than normal, put them in some tough spots. But what's the old adage? When you get another chance, it gives you a better chance to do it right.
Give him 30 yards there.
Now, that play will end up on the highlights, and you'll see it all over the place. But what you won't see, the offensive line that bought the extra time, that allowed for the big completion downfield, those guys made that play possible.
2 receivers left, 1 to the right. They'll look to throw now on first down. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. Give him 12 yards on that one. It earns him a fresh set of downs. Offense comes to the line now, 1st and 10. And now the passing game here in the second quarter starting to heat up a little bit.
Don't you feel the rhythm starting to happen, right? You see it. Now the confidence is starting to rise. I think now as a play caller, because that has happened, you lean on it a little bit more. You don't go totally away from running the football, but you do say, guess what? We can throw it well with a whole lot of confidence.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's able to get it to the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. Just 4 yards on the pickup, but that's good enough to extend the drive.
Not too many more ideal situations in 2nd and 2 in order to try and pick up a first down. They ran it and picked it up.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. 18 yards there, and it'll be a 1st and goal.
Okay, no score on that play, but this guy's been a touchdown machine all year long. You know they trust him with the football.
And the next snap coming inside the red zone here. And they'll let the fullback try and take him home. And he is into the end zone for a touchdown. Jeremy Hill, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And his guys are an extra point away from tying this thing up. It's good, and we're all tied at 7 apiece. So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Giants offense now gets ready to head back onto the field. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. 17 yards on the pickup there. The drive will continue. It's a 1st down. Now a play fake here on 1st down. He's got his man on the crossing route. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40.
In recent years, the slot receivers really gained stature in the NFL because they can do so many things. Yes, they can line up wide like your normal wide receiver, but to have that kind of courage and toughness to run routes in the middle of the field and become dependable targets for their quarterbacks and move the sticks, those guys are worth their weight in gold. A 1-yard gain can look like a disaster, but it all depends on how the game is going. Is it a series of 1-yard gains running the ball? If that's the case, you might have to start thinking about throwing it a little bit more. But if it's just the occasion...
And he lost the football.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down. Two minutes to play in a tightly contested first half. My good friend Charles and I right back at you after this. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And that is incomplete here. They got pressure there and only rushing 3.
And there's a defensive coordinator right now who is celebrating not just getting home with 3 there, but realizing if that's the type of pressure he can get in the entire game, then his pass defense is going to be excellent. You're dropping 8. Where are you going to go with the football?
And he will have a first down at about the 21-yard line. Smart approach there, using the run to pick up the first. And that was a defensive setup they prepared for this week, knowing that keeping it on the ground was the best way to attack it.
And that means also that they're able to read them pretty well. All the things they prepared for, when they get to the line of scrimmage, they see it in pre-snap recognition and know exactly how to attack based on their planning and preparation.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And he's got his man on the out route. And he goes out of bounds inside the 10 at the 9. It's a 10-yard gain there, and it sets him up now 1st and goal. So in the second quarter, he's already up over 100 yards receiving now.
And isn't 100 the magic number for a really good game for a receiver? So he got a chance to really shatter that and have a profound effect on this game.
His pass caught at the 4. A gain of 6 there on 1st.
One thing I can say pretty safely, that route is not called if you don't have a guy who can throw the ball and put some mustard on it. Because if you're going to lollipop it in the middle of the field, bad things usually happen. It takes a strong-arm guy who can rifle it in there, and they were able to successfully complete that one.
And he is in. Touchdown, New York. A great effort there with touchdown number 12 on the year. And the Giants have taken the lead. And it's up and good. That pushes the lead now to 15-7. The kicking team out there for the Giants as they will send this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, a good one, as he's up a yard or two shy of the 30. Now this offense ready to take over again. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they just...
Blitz coming, and down he goes. It'll be a loss of 10. And it'll bring up second. And quickly, they get to the line.
Well, so much for setting the tone of the drive offensively. Giving up a big sack that loses that kind of yardage, not a great start.
He'll get 3, but it leaves him with a big hole here on 3rd and very long. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. They come up in an empty set. 4 wide receivers, 1 tight end. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And that is incomplete, stopping the clock with 5 seconds to go. And they'll send out their punter now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. And this kick will be touchdown as they spot it inside the 45-yard line. So we've reached halftime here on Christmas Day, as we'll send you down to Orlando, where Larry Ridley has our EA Sports halftime report. Larry? Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. And New York set to take the field. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that, because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
Let's see if they do just that. And this is caught. I think he got that with one hand. They give him 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs.
What a catch, and one-handed, and I'm starting to lose my awe about the play, and maybe I shouldn't. How much of this is the player? How much of it is the glove?
Well, those gloves, they do have a little grip to them,
They
don't
get a
they?
little extra tackiness to them now, and I know the guys in the NFL.
And this is taken in at the 5. Touchdown, Giants. Their big-bodied receiver, his 21st touchdown of the season. And the Giants are able to grow their lead.
In order to lead in a game, you're going to get plenty of contributors, but that's his second touchdown catch of this game. He's one of the key guys in this one.
And you better believe he'll be looking for the hat trick here as this one continues to go. Now the extra point. It's good, and it is now 21-7. The kicking team out there for the Giants as they will send this one away. This is taken just shy of the 10 here. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half two.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
They'll give it to him right up the gut. And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down.
Partner, I think the easy thing now would be to just abandon the run and start throwing the football at all costs. But I've been in so many games where it doesn't work running the ball, and then something pops, and now you get something going. I'm not so sure to just abandon your game plan this early in the second half.
They'll look to throw here. Wide open receiver complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. First down and 10 now for the offensive group. They come out with one back and 3 tight ends. They'll look to throw here on first down. Flush to his right. And some room to roam now. It'll go as a gain of 10 there. And that enables him to also pick up the first.
That was an excellent job of recognizing the situation. His first read wasn't there. Heck, his second read wasn't there. But he bought himself a little extra time scrambling out of the pocket, got to the sticks, and picked up the first down.
Back to throw now on first down. His throw incomplete. Offense still needing 10 yards. Second down.
Come on, let's go. 38.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And he's going to be intercepted a third time. A great read, and it's picked off. And the return stops at the 39-yard line. And New York set to take the field. And they were able to punch it in the end zone last time. They'll be looking to do that again here for the defense. Obviously, they'll be looking to stop them from punching it back in the end zone.
It always is punch, counter punch, isn't it? And which team has the advantage? Well, let's just go back. Last time on offense, they rolled downfield, got into a good rhythm. You can see a little more bounce in and out of the huddle. You can see the sideline really get into the game. So defensively, you're thinking to yourself, how do we take that away from them? How do we get the advantage back? Let's see what they come up with. I think pressure is always the first way to go.
You love pressure.
I love it.
We'll see if they dial it up this drive. And a new set of downs here after picking up the first on the ground. They'll run it now out of the gun. Looking for a cutback lane, but nothing there as he's met at the line of scrimmage. Nothing on that one. It'll be second down. He makes a wonderful play there off the corner, protecting his side of the field.
Oh, that reminds me of the great defenses of old, doesn't it? The Pittsburgh Steelers steel curtain. They would not let you get on the field if you could only do one thing. You had to be a complete guy, and you had to be able to tackle.
Now, I know I've said this before, but you know I wasn't alive when the steel curtain was playing. I know them, but I just want to let you know I wasn't alive.
I'm going to keep peppering that in there, and one of these days you're going to think that you were.
They'll run it now out of the gun. Ooh, with a juke. He only got a couple on that one, so not a ton of help. They'll have a 3rd and 8 forthcoming.
In my book, that's running the ball well, but with intelligence. How about him keeping the clock moving, staying in bounds?
Even though it's the third quarter, you're thinking ahead, aren't you? This is where your running game can really help you with a lead in the second half.
I agree totally. It's not just end-of-the-half situations that you worry about the clock. It's throughout the game. And with a lead, stay in bounds. Make them fight harder to try and catch you.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he will take it on in for a giant touchdown. Their dangerous wide receiver. Touchdown number 22 on the season. And the Giants add on to their lead. No going for 2. They'll kick the point after. He knocks it through. It's 28-7. The kicking team out there for the Giants as they will send this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. And here now the offense heading back out there. And 3 interceptions in this game. And I would have to think, I wasn't a quarterback, but number 4 is kind of, oh, you're like, oh, man, I can't throw 4.
No, what's interesting is what do the coaches decide to do now? Having thrown 3, do you alter your offensive strategy? Do you take the ball out of his hands and maybe turn to the running game? Or do you have that supreme confidence that he's going to turn things around?
We'll see what they do.
Here we go. What?
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and that'll make it 2nd and a foot or so.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
And that one almost intercepted. Far too loose with the football here. Nearly a 4th pick, and it's 3rd down. Incomplete pass on 2nd down. Let's see what the offense draws up here on 3rd.
Come on, let's go. What? 90. What? 90. Watch number 29.
He'll look to throw. And he comes back with one complete. Past the 20. And all the way in for the touchdown. Their big tight end, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And his guys are able to cut into that deficit. When they drew that up, I don't think they envisioned it ending in a house call, but he got it and took it all the way home.
Really impressive run after the catch, wasn't it? That was really special by him. But let's face it, in today's NFL, those tight ends are often former wide receivers or maybe even sometimes bigger running backs. They just put them in a position to get a great matchup and make plays like that.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Giants offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. And they will simply, Charles, be looking to duplicate what they did last drive when they were able to push it in for 6.
And they hope it'll be that easy, right? To be able to take exactly what happened before, replicate it. They may have to make a few additional changes along the way because I'm sure the defense will make some adjustments, but they've got to have great confidence having scored the last time out.
Just a yard on the catch there. It'll be 2nd and 9. So what will they do? On the ground, through the air? Let's see. 2nd and 9.
Here we go now. Green 39. Green 39.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And he's got his favorite target yet again. It's complete. A good pickup there of 20 yards. And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when you talk about a 300-yard passing game. To me, 300 yards still signifies excellence, and he's achieved that in this performance.
So after that big gain, let's see what else the offense has up its sleeve. They'll look to throw now on first down. Evans has it left side. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
Offense staying ahead of the chains here, 2nd and 3. Back to throw again. And this is caught by Evans. He'll wind up losing 3. And now it's 3rd down.
Now that was well defended, and as a cornerback, what you're taught when you see a wide receiver screen, either you get underneath the play before the blocking forms, or you're going to have to fight your way through it by getting through some blocking. That was a really nice play there.
They'll run it now out of the gun. So a nice job to break the one tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down. And the Giants send out their punter now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time.
Well, this was just simply excellent defense. On this 3rd down, they had to be alert for the possibility of a pass, but that didn't stop them at all from understanding what was going on when they decided to run the football, and they just swarmed and stuffed them for almost no gain.
And the Giants send out their punter now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. He'll return it from the 6. On the return there, 16 yards. And out will come the offense as they take over. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Going for the deep ball. And he couldn't hang on. Would have been their 4th pick of the game. Instead, 2nd down.
Well, an incomplete pass certainly doesn't look like a good play. For the guy throwing it today, as many interceptions he's thrown, he's got to feel a sigh of relief that the ball actually hit the ground and didn't go in the other direction.
10 yards still left on 2nd down.
Watch tight end, watch tight end. Key him. Key the tight end.
They come out here in the eye.
What? 90.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
We just saw another example of really good defensive football, which has led to the cushion that they have in this game. Got to him once again, knocked him on the ground, forced an incompletion.
Now they've set the tone. It's one thing to set the tone, another to come in here on the road and set the tone.
Check 9, check 9.
They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side.
Mike 50, Mike 50.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. And that will be incomplete as well. So they bring out their punter. He's been terrific so far. Averaging over 50 yards a punt so far as this one's away. Fielded at the 20. We'll call that a punt of 54 yards. Well struck. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. And New York set to take the field. They're out in front. Last time they had to punt it away. We'll see if they can add to their lead now.
They don't want to go out and punt it away again. This team now wants to get a cushion, put people away. They want to run their offense and have it end up in the end zone.
Detroit! Detroit!
They come up in an offset eye. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Now he's forced out left. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. 15 yards through the air and a first down. And defensively, they just don't seem to have much of an answer for this passing game.
Not at all. Look at the confidence that's exhibited here. With that type of a lead, clock on their side, instead of running it, they're still throwing it, trying to pick up first downs and keeping the football.
All right, here we go. Boom, landing.
They'll look to throw here on first down. He completes it to Evans. That one good for 16, and the drive will continue. He's played a great game. It continues right there, even with this lead, confident to throw the pass and have the reception made.
There's no doubt who the leader of their team is there? There's no doubt who they want to ride all the way to the finish, because strategy would tell you run the football, run the clock down. Instead, they're letting him throw it because they feel that confident in what he's getting done.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's got some space here. And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25. 17 yards on the pickup there, and the drive will continue.
Well, how many times do we say in this game that speed kills, and it does it in so many different ways? In this case, you got a back who's quick and shifty, can make moves, make people miss, but also gets to and through a hole before it can close down. That's some of the benefits of that speed, not just outrunning people in the secondary, and that led to a really nice gain.
And a new set of downs here after picking up the first on the ground. The play clock's running down. They'll look to throw here. Now they go screen. It's complete. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down.
You know what the key to a good screen pass is, don't you?
Bet you're going to tell me. Good blocking?
Well, good blocking eventually. But first, it's good acting. You want to let the defenders go past you, leak out to whichever side or even in the middle where you want to set up the screen, and then you do your blocking. How about the read, though, by the defensive guys? They weren't fooled at all and actually ran with the lineman to where the play was and smothered it for a loss of yardage.
Cutback, left sideline. And he will take it on in for a giant touchdown. A great play there with his 13th touchdown of the year and second of the game. And the Giants are able to grow their lead. Extra point forthcoming. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he probably should have stayed in the end zone as he'll muster a return up to only the 14-yard line. So out now comes the offense back onto the field. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. Give him 6 on the play, and it'll be a second down. Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get only a couple up to the 22.
Tough day, tough sledding right there, and it's been that way the entire game. Not a whole lot of room to ramble for him.
Yeah, you're right. It's been that way all afternoon. Didn't get a whole lot better there. They'll look to throw. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Well, partner, anytime someone tells me that fundamentals are leaving the game, I'm going to show them this play because they couldn't get to the passer. So what do you have to do? Get your hands up in the passing lane, and they batted it away on a third down attempt.
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36.
We always talk about big-time players make big-time plays in big-time moments. I think that fourth down qualified. That was a heck of a throw.
on first down, he'll drop to throw. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. 12 yards there as they move the chains.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
And he's brought down. They give him 14 yards that time and a fresh set of downs. And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry-up.
We always talk about having to read defenses and how complicated that is. Well, this was an excellent read. Read the pressure and got rid of the football before it even got to him for a nice game.
And when they're blitzing like that, running back usually a good spot to go with a football?
Without a doubt, because he's right in your sight line or he's near you. So you're able to just get it to him easily. And once he gets in space, that's usually a good matchup for him.
Time for a break. Back to finish it off on EA Sports after this. And the offense lining up 1st and 10.
Watch left. Start right there.
Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. And he will find his man on the outside. 19 yards on the pickup there, and now they'll have it 1st and goal.
Anytime there's an open target and there's a reception, the next thing you're looking for, the ability to break a tackle and gain additional yardage. That's what we just saw.
Again, he'll drop to throw. And it's caught. Touchdown. Their big tight end. His 2nd touchdown of the game, his 3rd on the year. And his guys are able to... Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it.
And that touchdown puts us in a position to have a discussion, doesn't it? Now it'll be a 2-score game after the conversion.
Yeah, I mean, there's no doubt with a 2-score game they're going to have to onside kick it. We'll just see if they've got a miracle up their sleeve.
And you wonder what onside kicks they're going to use and in what sequence if they hope to have a chance to win this game.
Now after the touchdown, it's Sturgis to send it away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 yards with a new rule as he's taken down right at the 20-yard line. And the Giants ready to come out now. And that recipe on their last drive that resulted in a touchdown looked pretty good, so they'll be hoping to do that once more.
And it takes me back to when we sat with the offensive coordinator and the head coach. They felt pretty good about their game plan and thought there were some holes in the defense, and they exploited them the last time out. Let's see if they can come back and put together a similar drive.
And we'll see if they can do just that. And he's brought down after a good gain. Now defensively here, we're going to get a timeout. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. They'll give it to him right up the gut. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
I don't know about you, partner, but I'm rubbing my eyes after that play. Did we just see that runner not get yardage? A big-time play by the defense. It does happen occasionally, even against the best running backs who are having big days.
They come out with 1 back and 3 tight ends. They'll give it to him right up the gut. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. And there will be a break in the action here. They're going to take a timeout. That'll be their 2nd, so 1 more chance to stop the clock here. And we'll be back. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. He's going to air one out. That's caught inside the 20. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. A big play there with touchdown number 23 here on the year. And the Giants add on to their lead. They'll try and throw for it. And this one incomplete. So they went for the 2. They don't get it. Tough there. Good pass. Hit the hands. He just couldn't bring it in.
And every receiver's coach everywhere. Seeing that play, focus, focus, focus. Watch it all the way in and tuck it away.
He hurdles him.
Should get a gold medal for that one.
And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line. Now this offense ready to head back out there. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride.
Some people like to do that.
And got his man complete. 20, 10, and touchdown. Their dangerous wide receiver, 83 yards. And his guys are able to cut into that deficit.
And yeah, that touchdown counts for their team, but I think it counts more for the fantasy guys, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's just something maybe positive to look at on film, but this one's over, let's be honest.
Yeah, I agree with you totally on that one.
And now a whistle and a timeout called by the kicking team. It'll be their third and final timeout, so as they talk things over, we'll step aside. And this will be recovered by the Giants, and that ought to just about do it. They knew they needed a miracle. They had to have that onside kick. They didn't get it.
Well, as we knew, even before they put the toe to the leather on that one, their chances of getting that done, slim and none. And I do believe we saw Slim just leave the door, didn't we?
We did indeed. I think we're down to none. Fighting him off.
Just ran right through the trash.
And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. It's a loss of 5 there, bringing up second. So the defense has put them in a tough spot. It's second and long. Now a handoff here to his running back. Shrugs the tackle.
Nice.
3 yards on the gain. They're going to need to do better on this next play. It'll be 3rd and 12. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. Well, this is a new concept. It's 3rd down, but they've got the punt unit on. And he uncorks a beauty. Best of the day. And he couldn't get it to check up. That kicks all the way into the end zone for a touchback. Out comes this offensive unit as they get set to take over here. This is just an exercise in futility. Do you even bother running a play here offensively?
I wouldn't, because now is not going to erase what's happened during the game. So after it's over, you're going to go to the film, find out where the game was really lost. But this is not a situation now where you're going to make up for anything.
We'll see what they do here. A big offensive explosion help leading them to victory. And the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week. We'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points. Allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.